Okay, dear boys, please sit there for your lecture now. Okay, let us start the fourth chapter of geography, that is structure of ocean floor. We are starting, we will continue now. Structure of ocean floor. You have studied preface of this lesson in the previous classes. Here, our continent, here, here, our earth is divided into continent and oceans that we have studied. Now, the water body and land body. There are land structure and water structure. The water body is called as hydrosphere and land is called as lithosphere that you have studied in the previous classes. Now we study here that how is the floor of the ocean. Just like earth in the previous chapter, interior of the earth, we have studied that continent structure, interior of the continent, and we have also studied the interior of the floor, that is ocean. Interior of the ocean also we have studied in the previous chapter, and in the previous chapter we have studied the here interior of the continent also. In this chapter, we are going to study how is the structure of the ocean floor, what is it called. First thing here, just like on the continent here, this area is here continental area now, land area, continent is land. On the continent, we have continental here plains, that is sea plains we call. Then we have the mountains, we have plateaus, we have plateau axis, then we have the here low-lying plains. Okay, all these are there. There is a mountain, plain, plateaus, desert area. Everything is there in the continent. Just like that, under the sea, also we have the different geographical structures. First, near to the sea, that is near to the continent. This is the suppose land area from here onwards. Now this is a land area, and from here, this is the seashore. From this seashore, here, here we can see this is the depth. This is the water. All this is a see the diagram. This is the water. Now, and this is a flow. This is a actually the line marks are there. This is the sea floor now. Whatever drawing I am now. This is the sea floor. That is the depth of the sea. In this way, there are different types of structure. This, for example, I am giving this structure. Okay, this may be here in this way, this side. Okay, and this is a down now. This is a crust. This is the crust of the down. This is a land area under the sea. Okay, now the near the continent, some area until the depth of nearly about the depth of 200 meters, about the depth of 200 meters, this area is called as continental shelf. What is it named? We will see first. This area is called as continental shelf. Then afterwards, there just like after the here also there is a continental slope, and then again there are mountains or plateaus. Like this only here, instead of that exactly opposite, we go down. At some places it may be 200 meters, it may be 3,600 meters down. This area is called as the continental slope. Now here there is less space. That's why I have given this only the here hidden mountain inside. But here after this there is a abyssal plain. Okay, there is this is the abyssal plain. This is the abyssal plain. This is the abyssal plain. This is the we can say abyssal plain. This is the actually the floor of the sea. Abyssal plains. These are abyssal plains. Okay, this is the abyssal plain. This is the abyssal plain. This is the abyssal plain. All these are abyssal plains. Here it is said that abyssal plain from the sea level, the depth is nearly about 2000 meters to 4000 meters. This abyssal plain is this abyssal plain is 2000 meters depth deep to here some places it may be till 4000 meters. But it is a plain area. Then afterwards other things are there. These are here sea ridges inside. Just like this, there are different sea ridges. This is a here mountains which are within the water, and there are here some mountains because of the volcanic eruptions. These small mountains are created. Some mountains have come above the seawater. At some places, some mountains have this is the sea level, and above the sea level, this is the top. This top part, this top part is visible from the here in the outside, which is visible above the water. This top part, maybe thousands of kilometers area, this may be. Okay. Then this mountain, top of that here mountain which is inside the water, this top of water we call it as a here marine islands or sea islands. Then in the on the earth we have very lofty mountains, just like plateaus are there like that. There are lofty hills like Himalayas, or we have the hills like uh, Mount Everest, like that. Exactly opposite, at some places there are very deep dips. Okay, now this deep drip which is there within, this is below the abyssal plain. Here this is the actually floor, but this is very deep at some places. This which is below the abyssal plain, very deep, that is called as trench. So generally, these are the things present in the see this trench. There are different trenches here at same places. Here it may be very here deep. So we will see one by one all these things: continental shelf, continental slope, then sea ridges, abyssal plains, marine islands, and trenches in this. So we will study this in this lesson. Now, generally, we will see what is this. Actually, ocean floor is also called as sea relief. What is ocean floor? The land which is submerged under the ground is called as ocean floor. This is the land. This is the land, or which is submerged under the sea water. The land which is submerged under the sea water, that land is called as ocean floor. So first of all, what is ocean floor? This is the definition you have to learn by heart. Ocean floor means the land which is merged or submerged here under the here sea water, ocean water is called as ocean floor. Now, now what is the depth? At some places, average depth means average depth of this sea floor or seabed, we can also, or sea relief, what we say here, we can say it as a sea floor, sea relief, or ocean bed, ocean relief. Okay, The average depth is 3,700 meters, nearly about 3.5 kilometers. Okay, your average it is your depth. So we can understand here this is the average depth. It is more than that. It is average. You know now what is average. The ocean bed is also uneven like the land on the continent, just like on the land. If we reverse this, we will find that this is by land structure also at some places. It is just like it is uneven. It is not same everywhere. There is many up and downs in the sea water. Okay, the ocean floor or the relief consists of all submerged landforms. These are different submerged. Submerged means the lands which are under the ground. The structure of the ocean floor differs from ocean to ocean. Now, different oceans are there. Different to your, you know that Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, and all these seven oceans. You know that all this in this land under this is submerged land is different. We'll look at the sequence of the landform and the details of major landforms of the ocean floor. As we go away from the coast, the structure of the ocean floor changes. Okay, we'll see first that the first is continental shelf. Land near the coast, which is submerged under the water, it's called as continental shelf. First is what is continental shelf? Land near the yeah, this is a land near the coast. All of you know this is a sea coast. Land near the coast, which is submerged under the water, is called as continental shelf. The depth is nearly about 200 meters. It is average depth. It is given. It is not everywhere 200 meters, but we can say nearly about 200 meters depth. It is there. Now this distance it differs ocean to ocean, coast to coast. At some places it may be 10 kilometers. It may be more than that also. Okay, it may 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 100 kilometers also. We can't say at what place which is. The nation which has got this goes more, that is continental shelf more, is always in profit because this is the area, continental shelf is the area which is called as the fishing grounds of the earth. Here the fishing is done in large amount. In the regions are many other regions are there. The sun rays passes through the your floor, that is the relief, and because of this, there is a diverse fauna and your different plants which are grown under the sea. Okay, and because of this, the amount of fish found here is more. That's why it is a fishing ground. Second, in this area only most of the oil refineries are found. In this area also we find the oil and various other things which are needed here, which are found in the that is marine wealth is found in this area more. Okay, this is also good for the coasts and ports and various other things. So this area is very important area. If the nation has got this continental shelf more area, that nation is always in profit. Okay, that is not the part of your study now. Here we'll see now the remaining part. It is also called as submerged coastline. Okay, its slope is gentle. Now this continental slope is very gentle. Its depth is 200 meters. Okay, the continental shelf is very important from the viewpoint of humans. For example, extensive fishing ground. This is the extensive fishing grounds. Okay, at the part it is at this part it is shallow. 200 meters is shallow compared to this other part of the sea. Okay, if there is more shallow, then it is again very good for the fishing. Okay. Here, at the where there is it is shallow sun here, sunlight reaches the bed, algae, plankton, etc. All here, sea, here marine Here, always plants are found here. Then, this is also good for natural gas, mineral oil, various other things are found in this area. Okay. Mumbai High is located on the coastal shelf of Arabian Sea. Now, Mumbai High is present. It is located in the coastal sea of Arabian Sea. Now, there we can see that Mumbai High is a oil. Here, we get the oil and natural gas at Mumbai High. Like that, many other nations, many other nations are here having this type of oil and here wells and other things in this area. Second part is continental slope. Second part is what is this? This is the continental slope. Now we can see here from here onwards. You see, from here onwards, this slope area, which is deep slope compared to this slope, this is a deep. Okay, this slope is called continental slope. This area, all this to here, we can say this area is a continental slope. Now, after the here extent of continental shelf is over, the slope of the seabed becomes steeper. It is steeper. This is called as continental slope. The depth of the slope is from 2000 to 3600 meters. Okay, the depth is 2000 starts and it reaches till 3600 meters. It reaches. In some places, it is more. The continental slope is narrow. Okay, it is a narrow. The lower boundary of the continental slope is considered to be the boundary of the continent. And this we can say this is the here this area till here continent where the continental slope ends till here the earth crust which is down here in the last chapter we have studied. Here we can say this is the continental crust. Continental crust, this area till here we can see now. Till here all this land comes here now. Here till here there is water, but till here this is the continental boundary. And that's why here it is said that till here it is a continental boundary, and here from here this area is a oceanic boundary. So the end of the continental slope is the boundary of the continent. Understand here? Till here हा भूभाग मानला जातो आणि इकडून हा जलभाग मानला जातो. पाण्याची डेप्थ इकडून मानली जाते. इथपर्यंत हे स्ट्रक्चर कसं आहे, लँड स्ट्रक्चर ह्याचा जमिनीतला जो आतला भाग आहे, it is just like the continental structure, because you know that there is difference between the here the rock which is found under the sea and under the here land. Under the continent, this till here we find the same type of rock condition, and here it is different. Okay, now we'll see actually the here this is the ocean now. So it is the considered to be the boundary of continent. You pay this attention. This is what is the boundary of the continent? That is the end of the continental slope is called as boundary of the continent. Then we come towards this area. This is the real deep or depth of the sea. This is really, we can say, sea relief, sea bed. We can say it as a abyssal plains. Here, this is the really sea floor. What we see now. Real sea floor starts from here. Now, what is the bed or abyssal plains? Beyond the continental slope lies the abyssal plains, which are the flat part of the seabed. This is very flat. The abyssal plains consist of various submerged landforms like hills, plateaus, etc. And in this, we find there are hills. See, I have shown you one hill. This is another hill, or we can say mountain, which is submerged mountain. This is a submerged mountain or submerged hill. So this is submerged mountain or submerged hill. On the abyssal plains, these are there. Okay, sure. Now that means mountain ranges and the plateaus. Okay, now this is a abyssal plains, and again there are plateaus also. Okay, just like that. Not to make it, okay, we can do like this here also. This can be plateau like this here. Okay, this may be all just like a plateau here. Okay. Now, the hills and mountains found on the oceanic seabed are called as submerged hills and mountains. These are also called as submerged hills or mountains. These hills are hundreds of kilometers wide. Now, if it is wide, it is maybe hundreds of kilometers wide, okay, and thousands of kilometers of long. Peaks of some of the submerged hills here come above the sea level. Sometimes this may come under our sea level also. This like this peaks. Okay, they are visible to us as marine islands. Now these peaks submerged. These are the plateaus of the this if I come up, then it's called as marine island. In here, they are visible to us as a marine islands. Now we'll see they are called as oceanic submarine plateaus. Now near India, we know that near India we have this type of submerged marine islands. For example, which is the submerged marine island near to us? That is Andaman and Nicobar Island. If we go to the Andaman and Nicobar Island, this is also here, just like this type of here plateau X or mountain which is present within submerged mountain. Iceland in the Atlantic Ocean and Andaman Nicobar Island in Bay of Bengal in India. These are the examples of submarine islands. Okay. The next submarine deeps and trenches. Now we'll see, just like it is kept up, it has come down also. Deeps and trenches. On the ocean bed, there are some landforms which are deep, narrow, and steep. They are we have below the bed. They are down. This is till here only. This is below the bed. This is the bed, and this is below the bed. Then it is called as trench. They are on the ocean bed. There are some landforms which are deep, narrow, and steep. They are called as here deep trenches. Generally, the shallower ones are called as deeps and deeper ones are called as trenches. Now, this is now I have given only one here. Okay, this is trench. But if it is shallow, it is not suppose this. If I draw like this again one here, okay, this much. Okay, then it is can be called as deep. This is called as deep, and this is called as trench because it is very deep. So deeps and trenches are another things which are found. Okay, the marine trench in Pacific Ocean is the deepest in the world. Marine trench in the Pacific Ocean is supposed to be the deepest. You should know this. You should note down it in your book for your studies. Anywhere fill in the blank like the following. Anywhere it can be asked. Marine trench is deepest trench in the world. And what is the depth? 11,034 meters down. So from the sea level, 11,000 meters. 11,000 meters means nearly about 11 kilometers down. That much is the your depth of the this trench. Okay, so this is the deepest trench which is found in the ocean. That is here marine trench. Then the mid-ocean submarine hills and marine trenches are here geological the most active areas of the ocean bed in the world. There are many active volcanoes here, but another thing, in these areas where there is very deep trenches, in that area, active volcanoes are found beneath the sea. Beneath the sea all the time, beneath the seabed, at some places, there are active volcanoes. Now we know that the land water surface on the earth is more. 71% of what land is covered with the water. And then we find that here the seabed is compared to the continental bed, the seabed is thin, and that's why naturally we find that the volcanoes which they erupt more in the water, that is in the oceans. When these volcanoes erupt here in these areas, suppose the volcanoes erupt like this, okay? When they erupt like this, volcanoes when they erupt, what will happen? The there will be effect on the waterways outside. Okay, and when the volcano erupts, at that time, here because of the here um, volcanic eruption, the tsunamis are caused on the seawater. And some areas on the earth in the Pacific Ocean are the tsunami prone areas where active volcanoes are present under the sea, beneath the sea, and some areas continuous new here earthquakes and volcanoes here volcanic eruption is taking place. So at some places earthquakes and volcanic eruption occur in the seabed, giving rise to the tsunami. Spelling of tsunami you should know. TSUNAMI, nearby the sea coast. We know that tsunamis are frequently occurring near the Japan and in that area in the Pacific Ocean. Now we'll come towards the other marine deposits. Very important part of this. Yeah. Again we come towards the main important part. Again 71% of the here water lands, that is a sea. There are which is such a big territory, such a big seabed. We know that marine wealth is present here beneath the sea, and we also know that here all the here uh, biodiversity which is present on the earth, maximum biodiversity or living world is present beneath the sea. पृथ्वीवर जेवढे जीवसृष्टी आहे, living organisms which are present on the earth, more than that living organisms are present beneath the sea, that is in the water. Now we know that we don't need the fresh air, pollution free. We can't live in a polluted atmosphere on the on the land, nor we, nor animals, nor plants. Everybody needs the suitable yeah, weather conditions to live. We need oxygen and other things to live. We need rain, we need oxygen, the air, we need pure air, everything we need on the continent. Like this, these all the here living beings which are beneath the water, all this biological world which is there beneath the water, they also biological world I am saying, all the living organisms that is living plants and animals in the sea, they also need their here okay, their circumstances or their favorable here conditions. They need pure water, they need all other things, they need the currents and other things which are present in the water. They need the deep here water plants and other things, that is plankton and other areas. They need small and big fishes. Their life is also just like a they are dependent on each other. There are different marine animals, they all are dependent on each other. Now, what has happened that we'll see. The marine beds are the depth here. Now, marine deposition. So, what happens here? What is the marine bed? These are the marine beds, abyssal plains. They are the deep part of the world. Hence, various deposits are found in these parts. The deposits are like this: pebbles, clay, soil brought by the rivers, glaciers. Whatever it is from coming from the continent here, all the rivers and other things which are coming from here, they are coming in the shelf, then afterwards slowly they are coming and settled in this area, in this abyssal plain. And then afterwards we find in the abyssal plain, we find here in this area, we find the clay, pebbles. Pebbles म्हणजे खडे. Clay means बारीक माती. All these things are found at this area. All the clay. It is coming through the rivers and other things in this area. The deposits of marine dead. Now all the animals in the sea also die. Okay. And there also there are huge big and small animals. When they die, they also get deposited at the seabed. Deposit occurs mainly of the continent here on the continental shelf. These are called as marine deposits. Okay. Now later on, the lava and ash eruption of volcanic eruption are also found here. In these areas, seabed, we find the lava and the we find the lava and other eruption, volcanic eruption. That we'll see in the next part. Time is running off. We'll take the homework 1 minute. We'll stop here, remaining part. That we'll study. I will give you homework. Pay attention. Open your books. Open your books. Quick 2 minutes are there. First, draw the diagram of ocean floor and name them. First is whatever diagram I have drawn like this, you see it in the book and draw it. Okay? Or you have a Diksha app, in that also you will find it. Okay, if you those who don't have the book or any other sources you can find. But draw the diagram of the ocean floor. I want to see it tomorrow. Draw the diagram of the ocean floor and name them. Okay? And name the landforms there. Draw the diagram of the ocean floor and name the landforms. Okay, there. Now give geographical reasons. Second question. Continental shelf. Find out. Continental shelf. Continental shelf is the paradise. Continental shelf is the paradise of fishing activities. This boy is not writing. Khanvilkar. Khanvilkar, I see you not writing. Continental shelf. Continental shelf is the paradise of fishing activities. Continental shelf is the paradise of fishing activities. Third question. The continental slope, give reasons. Third, continental slope is supposed, continental slope is supposed to be the boundary of continental slope is supposed to be the boundary of continent. Okay, for this give reasons. Okay, don't only take the help of book. Okay, take the help of book, but at the same time you can find out the other resources also. Okay, to answer, give reasons. Now give reasons. This last give reason, you can take the help of the previous chapter also. In that also it is mentioned. Okay, so you should know where the clue is there. Okay, all the time all the answers will not, don't find only written answers and by heart it. You should go get the knowledge. Okay, now here till here we have completed the portion today. any other thing you have to talk with me. I am giving time for you to speak. Okay. You can now answer yesterday and other problems if you have any problems in your studies, any difficulty, anything you can ask me. Anything on this, any doubt in understanding this or any other thing.
सब 5 मिनट अगोदर चालू करते ना मी हे म्हणजे अरे रे हे चालूच आहे स्क्रीन रेकॉर्ड